What's up, guys? How's it going? It is Matt here. So I'm going to start this with a little bit of a story, which will introduce my new, you know, family member, I guess you could say. So it's going to start like this. Dear FFLs, let's get into it. Now, a little while back, a couple weeks ago, I decided I had a couple guns that were just sitting around in my safe. So I decided, that they just sit there, they collect dust, and I'm a very practical person. I'm not much of a collector. And I really wanted something that I would be shooting more often, something my wife could use, and something that was very accurate, that I'm very good with, and that I've shot on various occasions that I've actually liked, that I could actually possibly take to IDPA. Primarily, I'm planning on doing it in a 1911, but I might just use this because M17 by far is a very accurate gun, one of the best shooters I've actually shot. So I traded a couple guns. All right, got a decent amount for it, and then I called up an FFL that I've used once before. All right, I called up an FFL I used once before. I figured I'll just call them up, see if they have it in or if they could order or something like that. And I called them up. I was like, "Hey, how's it going? My name's Matt Stamp. I had a quick question. So I want to know if you have any M17s in." And they're like, "Oh, which one? M17, the black ones?" Or I'm like, "No, not the Bravo. It's just the standard M17, two-tone tan, a flat dark earth and stuff." Like, "Oh, okay. Well, we don't have one in, but if you'd like, we can order you in." And it was sounding like a pretty good price that they were going to give me. I'm like, "Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Go ahead, I'll order it." And I figured I'd give these FFLs out a try. I had good remarks people told me about them. So I figured, I'll give these FFLs a try. So I've worked with them in person before. I've never done anything with them over the phone. So I'm like, "Okay, cool. That'd be cool if you order." "Okay, I can get to that. So I'll call you. I'll let you know when we order it." I'm like, "Okay, thanks. Appreciate it." So the day ends. The next day I wake up and I didn't get a call back or anything like that. So, during the day I call them up. I'm like, "Hey, I'm Matt Stamp," and I talk to the same person. I'm like, "Hey, we were talking about the M17 the other day. I just wanted to find out if you actually got a chance to order it, if we were gonna do that." She's like, "Oh yeah, I'm so sorry. I completely forgot. And I'm sorry. Yeah, I ordered it. I had to call. It was, it went from a dealer, checked, stuff like that. And so yeah, we definitely called it in for you and stuff like that. And then I asked the price estimate and stuff like that, and I was thinking in my head, what I'm going to add on to it or whatever. What can I afford? I'm like, okay, cool. And then I was just like, well, is there any? What do you think it'll be coming in? Should it be coming anytime soon? It'd be nice if it came in by the weekend. If not, I just like a general idea of when it's going to come in. She's like, "Hold on, let me get back to you." I'm like, "Okay, cool, no big deal." So I'm on hold, doing, just waiting. She gets back. She's like, "Well, what we do right now is, how about I have the owner call you? All right, the owner will call you when the gun comes in." I'm like, "Okay." Okay, well, have a good day. And that was kind of it. And it was actually a decent conversation. I'm like, "Okay, that's kind of cool." And then, so the next day came and it was still on me. I'm like, "Okay, she said she ordered it, but when's it coming in exactly?" Because usually when I've worked with other FFLs, they tell me, they give you an update. "Oh, by the way, it'll be in around this time or in the next couple days, or depending on this, usually you have an idea of what's going on." But I waited a day. All right, I waited a day, and then I called them back. First, I called them Wednesday to make the order. Then I called them Thursday to confirm they had the order because they forgot to call me. So then I'm like, "All right, Saturday, I'm going to give them a call." So I called them on Saturday. I'm like, Hey, it's Matt Stamp. Hey, I was ordered M17 on Wednesday, and I was just curious. I just wanted to find out if there was a ETA or a time when it'll be coming in. It would be really nice to kind of know that, just so I could know if it'll be within the next week or the next month or whatever it is, type of deal. Just so have an idea to pick it up. I'm like, and I told him I've seen a couple of really good deals out there. It was just nice to know where we are with it. He's like, "Oh, hold on, yeah, no problem, man. So that's cool. Let me look you up. I'll put you in hold real quick." So I'm like, "Cool, whatever." So I'm waiting there, and he comes back. It's like, hey, don't worry, man. Don't worry about it, man. We saw your order. It was ordered on Wednesday and stuff like that. Don't worry, man. So the owner will call you when it comes in. Hey, have a good night. I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. Have a good night." Right. So I waited another day. And I'm like sitting there, and maybe I'm getting a little impatient. I don't know. I just like to know. I like to have a general idea of when the order is I had. And I didn't pay anything yet or anything like that. They were just ordering it. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'll give him another day. So I give him Sunday. Monday. So my shift's almost over at work. So I'm like, what the heck? I'm going to call him up. I'm going to call him up and just see if I can get an ETA. I just want to find out when it's coming in so I could set up my schedule around it, whether it's going to be, I don't know, We'll have to, leave a little bit earlier one day for work and come back in a couple days later or a couple hours later for another day or something like that. I just want to find out. Or if I'll pick it up on the weekend, that'd be great too. So anyway, I called them back up and I talked to the person. They're like, oh, hey, how's it going? I'm like, hey, I'm at Stamp. Last Wednesday there was M17 that you guys ordered for me, and I was told a couple times that that the owner would call me when it comes in. And I was just curious. I wanted to find out when exactly it would be coming in, if there's ETA or something like that, just so I know. I can set up my schedule so I can come and pick it up. And the dude's response was like, oh, well, sorry, man, we've been pretty busy, so sorry, man, we forgot about that. So hey, let me put you on hold real quick and talk to my supervisors. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So I'm just on there and holding, and they come back. Hey, man, not a problem. Hey, why don't you call back tomorrow, right? The owner said that he'll call you when it comes in. I'm like, well, I know everyone's told me, but when's he going to be calling? Is he going to be calling in the next week, next 2 weeks, the next month? And I told him, like, because I've seen some really awesome deals for this specific pistol, and it's right there with FFL that I know, and it's in shop. I could literally drive down there right now and pick it up and come home with it. So I just want to know when should I expect it to come in, like give her a time frame or something like that. He's like, hold on, let me put it in hold again. And he says like, hey man, just call back tomorrow. We'll take care of it tomorrow. And I'm like, all right. So I got off the phone, and then I went back to my it's just bothering me a little bit. As usually when there's customer service, it means they actually help you out, or they give you a general idea, or like, hey, by the way, it's coming around this time, or there was a shipping issue and it's set back, but you can expect it around this type of day. And usually that's what I've dealt with before when I worked with FFLs. So I was a little frustrated. I really was. So what I did, guys, I went through Patreon. I put a little comment to my supporters over there. I'm like, hey guys, what do you think? I told them the whole story about it, and I'm like, now, am I being rude, or something like this, or do you think I should cancel this order? I told them the whole stories and everything else, and they pretty much came to the conclusion. The guys that responded is, dude, it's customer service, man. You should just cancel the order and go get the other ones if it's a good price. And I'm like, it makes sense to me, but I just wanted to be sure I wasn't being too impatient. You know what I mean? Because I can get like that sometime. And then one of the patrons, he said it, and Clinton, he said it. He's like, man. So he's like, sometimes people need to learn a lesson in customer service. This is Clinton, one of my good supporters, one of my newer supporters. I'm like, okay, He's like, the thing is, I don't remember his exact words, but basically what he said is, when it comes to customer service, it's about helping the customer, and if they are unwilling to help the customer, they guarantee you there's someone else that be willing to take the money and help that customer. And I 100% agree with him, because I did do gun sales for a while and I know how it gets. So I'm like, I agree with you guys. So then as I drove to the FFL that I know, that I've trusted, that I've used for a long time, and I picked up my M17. All right, picked up my M17. So this is the 10-round magazines that came with it. Only have a couple, but here it is. M17 has now found a home in the house. But anyway, guys, long story short, guys, when you're ordering a pistol through an FFL, you need to expect some form of customer service. All right, some form of customer service. Customer service is basically, they will do whatever they can to make that sale. They're going to help you out. They're going to keep you updated. They're going to keep you posted. They're not going to make you feel like your sale is whoop-de-doo. I don't care if you get it or not. That's kind of what it was feeling. I almost put a bad taste in my mouth. I'm like, well, are you guys going to help me? Are you going to tell me when? All I'm asking is a simple question: is the general time frame, whether it's a couple weeks or a month, when I can expect to see this firearm in. And they just weren't helping. They just really weren't helping. So when you're going out there, when you're looking for an FFL, go through an FFL that that you've trust, that other people have told you really good things about. Check them out for yourself, that type of thing. And maybe you won't have the same kind of hiccups that I was having, or issues I was having with them anyway. But anyway, guys, here it is, M17. Expect to see it more in the video. I did a review on this a while back, so I'll probably do another review, and then I'll do a range view, first 100, probably do that in a GoPro, shooting stuff like that. But anyway, guys, so there you have it, guys. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends about me. Remember, guys, it's our responsibility to take care of each other and protect each other. Peace.